Hey guys, it's Cody and welcome back to a new Draw for Fun video. And just saying, you guys, I'm so sorry that I haven't been uploading anything. Yeah, ever since winter break, it's like life has been getting into me. But anyway, enough of that. Guess what, Star Wars fans? I am drawing a Stormtrooper. Well, kind of like the new version. And keep this in mind, this is a basic drawing. Okay, so let's get straight to the inking part because I already kind of like pencil draw certain things. Okay, now I am a Star Wars fan at some point, but it's like I don't think I'm much of a crazy fan of it. Like I did thought about drawing, and then my sister recommended me to draw a Stormtrooper. Yeah, like it was actually a recommendation that my sister thought. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just do it. So that's why I thought about it, which it really made me like kind of like think that why is the Stormtroopers way more popular? Like, can somebody explain to me why they're so popular? Like, it's like they're like way popular than like I don't know, any other characters like Darth Vader. Well, actually, Darth Vader and Yoda actually got a thing from, like, what is it? What's that game? Soul Calibur? Which game was it? Soul Calibur 4? It was for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Yeah. I know those two got into that, but, like, mainly everything is, like, Stormtroopers these days, you know? Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, why, like, a Stormtrooper is actually way more popular. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to know what kind of a Stormtrooper I'm drawing a new one. Yeah, like, it was actually a really tough decision why, which, like, ooh, crap. Like, about, like, which Stormtrooper I wanted to draw, because, I mean, there is a old one from, like, what, episode... what is it? 1 through 6, was it? And ever since, like, what? Like, episode 7 and 8, they kind of changed the Stormtroopers, like, design. Yeah, like, well, more like the, well, yeah, the entire design, but, like, the head design, they actually changed it. I mean, I do kind of like the new one more because it looks a little easy looking, while like the old one, just looks like an alien. Like the face just looks like some alien. I'm not joking, it does. But I gotta say, like, this guy is very difficult to draw. Now, I did draw some other, like, Star Wars, well, more like 2 Star Wars characters, where one was K2SO from Rogue One, and then BB-8 from The Force Awakens, because that's its first appearance. Yeah. Well, although I gotta say, I will admit to you guys, drawing robots, hard. It is not easy. Especially like those who haven't done, like, well, haven't drawn robots at all. If you guys know what I mean by that. But anyway, so, like I said, I am a Star Wars fan, and I've known Star Wars since I was little. I think I first heard of Star Wars when I was in Japan. Like, actually, what? Ooh, was it really back in Japan? Because I remember watching, like, a preview of, like, episode 1. And then ever since then, I was, like, watching some, like, kinds from, like, episode... I think I've seen episode 3. No, not 3. Yeah, this is actually really confusing, like, the way how they're like, hey, I know, let's start this Star Wars movie series as episodes 4. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got confused with that part. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm actually really confused how it's like Luke's story was like episode 4 through 6, and that's like the first, like episode 4 is like the first Star Wars movie, while Anakin's story, the prequel, is called episode 1 through 3. Yeah, it's like a reverse order. You know what I mean? Reverse order. I thought that was the most odd thing they actually did. Though, if I were to remember, I think during the time when the episode 1. Actually, wait, no, I did see an episode 1 in Japan. Never mind. I think they were doing episode 3. Oh, oops, I wasn't supposed to do it. Was it? I don't remember. Oh, right, yeah. I don't quite remember. Sorry about that, guys. I just got a weird phone call. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that, but. Wait, crap. What was I talking about? Yeah, I remember I've watched the episode, 1. It's supposed to be about, when they first met Anakin. But I don't know when, but I remember I went to some place and we're it was I think it was a party, and I had a bottle of Pepsi, and the Pepsi's bottle cap had some Star Wars characters on it. I remember that, and then I really liked R2D2 so much that I had R2D2's head on the bottle cap. Yeah, I remember that back in Japan. When I was really little, maybe back when I was, oh man, how old was I back then? Or was I? No, I don't even remember if I was in elementary or if I was before elementary. Man, that some memory that is. But anyway, if you think about it, what's your favorite Star Wars character? Just change the subject. Yeah, what's your favorite Star Wars character? Like I did mention, I really like R2D2, but after watching Rogue One, I did really love that one character, K2SO, the character I mentioned that I drew a long time ago. I really love that character. It's he's literally what is it? C3PO, but C3PO is kind of rather on the useless side. Yeah, I'm sorry for those who kind of like C3PO, but it's K2SO was so much better because he can fight, he can hack into things. Whoops, I think I screwed up an angle. Oh well. He hacks into things. I was actually surprised when I saw that movie. Yeah, well, despite the way that Rogue One, it was it was good, but guess not my favorite, if you know what I mean by that, because it was a bit more of a tragic prequel series of, well, kind of a prequel tragic of the Star Wars series. Though, how many of you guys watched the movie Solo? I haven't yet, but I did heard reviews that it was okay. Some people say it wasn't really that much great, if you know what I mean. So it kind of got me all wondering. Is it even that worth it? I don't think so. I mean, how do you explain this? When I watched episode 8, well, The Last Jedi, it wasn't really my favorite. Well, not only, okay, this may contain spoilers, so if you guys don't want to hear this part, you can just skip certain parts, okay? But I mean, it is obvious that Luke dies in episode 8, but there are some things I just didn't really understood and just didn't really get. It's I didn't really understand what's the point of the comedy part they would add in, and or like some like there are just so much confusing things. I'm not joking. So I don't think like really like episode 8 was my favorite. Now episode 7, The Force Awakens, now that surprisingly was pretty good. Yeah, that one was pretty good. I have to admit that because it's like I like how they introduce a female protagonist for the Star Wars series because like the previous protagonist is like Luke and Anakin, and they're both male. Then like they decide to introduce a female main character now, which I'm not against it. That's fine. And I mean, there are some like what is it, Star Wars games that's like what is it, kind of like that maybe. I don't know. I mean, I know that one game called wait crap, what is it? The Force Unleashed. Like there's that one character called Star Killer. Wait, is a Force Unleashed even part of the Star Wars series? I know it's a game. I know that, but is that even part of the series? I'm kind of confused because it's like he's supposed to be like Darth Vader's like apprentice, but he gets betrayed. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, I'm confused with that game. Though it's quite of a sad game, I gotta say. Yeah. Because, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want to feel like talking about that game, though. Okay, sorry about earlier. I had to off-screen this lower part right here because I was using a ruler on that part. And because my tripod's somewhere here, it was really difficult trying to, like, balance out the ruler and the tripod. Yeah. So, I kind of had to, like, off-screen this part. Okay, I didn't even did this part, but oh well. Yet, but oh well. Anyway, but yeah, is that game like wait, what is it called? Oh yeah, Force Unleashed even part of it? Well, actually, I don't think I need to answer that question. I mean, no, not answer. I didn't even answer a question. I don't need to keep asking that question all the time. I bet you guys are pretty annoyed about that. Anyway, though, like, seriously, like, can we be real with things? When, like, what is it? When I watched, some episodes and I finally okay, I never watched episode, 3. I never watched episode 3, so I really didn't get what everything was kind of going on in that movie. So after watching some Star Wars movies, that is like what episode 3, 4, episode 4, 5, 6, 1, and 2, I have never seen the third movie. Yeah, I don't need to keep saying that. So after watching the third movie, I kind of felt a little irritated. Yeah, it was almost like a good versus bad sort of thing, but more like the villains kind of one. Kinda. If you know what I mean. And just, not much really a tragic person. Yeah, I'm not into tragedy, okay? Keep that in mind. But, it was just kind of like a unfair sort of like, well, actually, was it kind of like a little fair? Because, I mean, I thought I heard something like the Sith was like destroyed long time ago. And, well, to be honest, I actually don't know anything about the Star Wars history, to be honest. But, like, I don't know, like the Siths were kind of like wanted to destroy old Jedis to like bring back the whole Sith sort of thing. Yeah, I bet you guys are like wrong, but yeah. If you guys want to correct me, go right ahead. Please leave a comment down below. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, like that one character who well, not mind control, but like led Anakin into the whole like dark side, and like killing off all those like well, more like making all those like clone troopers become bad, and killing off all the Jedi's. I thought that was the most sad, like, thing they decide to, like, put in. It's like, man. Now, I haven't seen any of the Star Wars, like, animated series. Just saying. Because because there are some characters I was a little confused. Like, Jedi characters that didn't really appear much in the movies. I mean, there are maybe some, but some of them I haven't seen much. So it's like, but if I were to watch the animated series, I may understand, but to be honest, it's like, I don't think I'm a huge fan of, like, the series that is, like, what, like, takes place, during 1, 2, and before 3, maybe? No, it gotta be before, like, during, like, what is it? Episode 2, because episode 1, what is it? Anakin was a little boy, right? Yeah. Then episode 2 is when he's now a fully grown person, except he was kind of a selfish character, which, I mean, I don't blame his acting, but he, like, literally betrayed the Jedis in episode 3. Well, he had that, like, uncomfortable acting. Yeah. But earlier, what I say, can we have a moment to talk about why the Stormtroopers are a little more popular than any other characters, It's like, literally, the Stormtroopers are like what is it? The mascot of Star Wars. Yeah. Isn't that kind of weird where they're just, like, literally minions of the bad guys, but they're really popular? I was kind of confused of that part. Though, when it comes to, like, what is it, episode 8, I thought they, like, what is it, made a new mascot character. Those weird poffin looking. Wait, is that. Wait. Did I say it wrong? What are those type of birds? That looks like penguins. Oh well. The porgs. Yeah. Like, when I saw that, I was like, what in the world? I thought those were, like, the most weird. I mean, they're adorable. No kidding about that. But when I first saw it, I was like, what in the world? What is that? Yeah. It's like, it was almost like, what is it? No, I don't think a penguin, but maybe like a half rodent, half owl, maybe? And what happened? Like, okay, so I know, like, it shows, like, what is it? 1 followed Rey and Chewie in episode 8, and now, like, what? It became, like, Chewie's pet of some sort? I was a little confused, yeah, about it. Though I thought it was kind of dark where it shows, like, what is it? Chewie, like, got one and he's, like, eating one, and it's like, yeah, I thought that was kind of dark right there. Well, before he even ate one, he sees some of, like, the porgs all, like, frightened, and he sees, like, one is actually, like, crying because, like, the one Chewie is accidentally eating is, like, kind of like its family member, I guess. Yeah, I thought that was actually the most sad part and kind of, like, dark part right there. And then ever since then, it shows, like, what is it? Chewie felt bad, and he kind of, like, welcomed some of the porgs inside the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. Now, change the subject again, but I really liked collecting Legos, and I wanted to, like, collect the Lego Star Wars, but I'm been, like, always, like, buying, like, what is it, like, the Harry Potter ones and the Bionicles. So, because, like, I remember I subscribed for, like, their magazine, and when it shows, like, the Lego Star Wars, I kind of, like, had that odd feeling, like, I was like, I kind of want this. Well, this is when I was little. This story was when I was little, okay? I don't really collect Legos anymore, though I really do miss collecting Legos, to be honest. good times, you know. Back in the good times when I was little. But anyway, yeah, like that weird awkward moment when I kind of like feel like I wanted to get the Star Wars one, but I was kind of like feeling really embarrassed because I was like thinking, what if the others kind of like made fun of me and all? Which I mean, it's like you know, people shouldn't be like going through a self-esteem issues problem, you know. But anyway, yeah. Though out of curiosity, is it just me or like what is it when it comes to like Star Wars games? Is the Star Wars games kind of like more like a first person shooter game, or is it a what is it one of those like sword fighting games? Well, I wonder if it kind of like depends on who you're playing. Like, you know, when you're playing as a Stormtrooper, maybe it's a first person shooter, or is it a third person? I don't know. I remember I went over to a friend's house and they were playing that one recently new Star Wars game, that one online game. And I was a little confused of like how you play it. But anyway, I have finally inked the whole thing. Well, not really a whole thing. I decided to rather want to go for like a half picture. So yeah, okay, I understand it's like not perfect, but yeah. So the only inking I need to do is a black part. So I just need to wait for the ink to dry up, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, I'm back, guys, and the ink is dried, so it's ready to, well, ready to not really color, but just put the color black, well, more like, you know, the area that has like the black color on it. Anyway, okay, so check this out. I remember there was this one time, like speaking of Rogue One, I remember there was this time when I went to go to a movie theater with my sister and went to go check out Rogue One. And after like, well, I paid for it, just saying. After like I was like 2 tickets for Star Wars Rogue One, please. And after the woman, well, the old lady gave us the tickets for the movie, she was like, "May the Force be with you." I thought that was actually pretty funny right there. Like my sister was like, "That was pretty cute." I mean, well, yeah, that was kind of interesting. But I thought that was kind of funny. Like it was like just to show something Star Wars related. Old lady says, "May the Force." I nearly said Forest. May the Force be with you. Yeah. Which it's not like I'm making fun of her, but it's like I feel like that's something you would say. Like imagine like you're working at like a what is it, a convention or movie theater, and you meet a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I feel like that's something you would say to that person, if you know what I mean. And also, I remember there was this one commercial, like a Star Wars commercial, except it was like a Lego Star Wars one, where it was a PSP commercial, like a gaming commercial, a pretty old one. I don't know when, but I remember it was like advertising this one PSP system. Well, not system. Well, a white color PSP with a Darth Vader like face in the back. I don't know which side it has Darth Vader on it, but I remember it shows like this guy was like playing it in a elevator, and then the second guy was like annoying him, asking him all these like things that has in that game, and well, like it shows like the whole like features it has in that PSP, and I like the way how it says "get your own." Yeah, I thought that was actually a funny game commercial I saw a long time ago. Speaking of convention, I remember like I went to, for the first time, I went to MegaCon this one time back in like Orlando and Florida, and like I saw like this, like some person decorated like a an R2D2, but mainly like a steampunk form. Yeah, I thought that was actually really cool that I saw back then. If you guys want to see the picture, it's in my Instagram account. Okay? Anyway, but like I remember I've seen like a lot of like girls would like dress up as like Princess Leia in her like that slaved outfit from episode 6. Yeah, I didn't say episode 3. Good. Anyway, yeah, like I've seen like so many of that there. I mean, it was hard to tell if I seen any like stormtroopers or who it or whatever or Darth Vader. You know, it was hard to tell if I even saw that there. But yeah, a steampunk R2D2. I thought that was actually really cool that I saw over there. Next time I ever think about going to any of these type of like conventions, I don't know if I want to like cosplay as some sort. It's like, do I want to like cosplay a Star Wars character? I mean, I think the only Star Wars character I could just see myself cosplaying is maybe a Stormtrooper. But I don't know. I did thought about maybe like a Pokemon trainer, or I actually did thought about maybe a Shy Guys from the Super Mario series. Maybe. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking about Pokemon and Super Mario when I'm like doing a Star Wars talking. Whoop. Sorry about that. My cat wanted to interrupt me by wanting to get in my room, so I just let her in. Anyway, what was I saying anyway? Crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not here to talk about Pokemon or like Super Mario when I'm doing something Star Wars related. But, well, I'm almost done anyway, so yeah, I guess that's okay. But anyway, so when was the first time you guys ever seen like any of the Star Wars series? Like, I mean, like I said, I've seen the Star Wars series when I was little, like back when I was still living in Japan. I don't know if I was still a first grader back then, but yeah, like, but then I don't even remember the first movies I saw. I think episode 1 was the first movie I've seen, and then maybe when I went to, oh, actually, man, really tough thinking, like tough memories. I remember I don't know if I've seen episode 3, no, 4, 5, and 6 when I got to like Florida, but yeah, very tough memories. But anyway, there it goes, guys. I have finally finished drawing a half part of the Stormtroopers. Well, I don't know why I said troopers, but Stormtrooper. Yeah, so, complete. It's not perfect looking, but like I said, it's basic. So, that's it for the video. I hope you all enjoy this draw for fun, and I'll think about doing another draw for fun. I just need to know what kind of a drawing I want to do. But anyway, please leave a like and subscribe for more. See ya!